How y'all like? I don't know how I feel about Black History Month. I'll be honest, bro. I was gonna ask before this story even came up, but is like Black History Month even a thing? Like, I only know one like company entity really like doing it, and it's Charlemagne's company, his podcast thing called the Black Effect Network. They have like these little 3-minute clips that drop called like I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either, and it's basically dropping little Black history tidbits, but it's like 2 minutes long, so it's not hard to listen to. And it's actually pretty interesting, but that's the only people I know really doing the Black history thing. And I came across a story where T-Pain was asked about how he felt about Black History Month and how he thinks, actually the reporter asked him, what advice would he give for white people that want to celebrate Black History Month? And T-Pain's advice was stop celebrating. Although we celebrate Black History Month, I think we should just have history. They overshot it. We don't want our own shit. You're separating us again. We want to be part of history, not just 1 month of it. He continued to say, like, we don't want to be part of history. Don't celebrate 1 month for us. I'd rather everybody stop celebrating that shit and just let us be part of history. Not just y'all get paid attention on the shortest month of the year. End quote. Do you agree with T-Pain? You think we should just, you know what I mean, I guess abolish, get rid of Black History Month? Or do you think it still serves a purpose? And my daughter's in elementary school right now. She hasn't come home talking about anything about it, saying anything about it. I haven't seen anything. Not that they send the kids home with much stuff now because of COVID anyway, but I haven't even got the vibe that they're like something that they teach in schools.
I think Black History Month has served its purpose. I don't think it should be abolished quite yet, only because I don't think people have figured out what to do instead. And I think that's the big thing, figuring out what to do instead. I think T-Pain has a point with integrating Black history, quote unquote Black history, into what we know as just history. You know what I'm saying? So we've been begging for like certain things that's for us for a long time. We still are. Like, we ask for things that's for us, right? Like historically Black schools. There's an African American History Museum, the big one in Washington, then a bunch throughout the country. I think that stuff is important because when it just kind of gets washed into everything else, people don't have a full appreciation for it. So while Black History Month is far from the best thing we could do, I don't think we figured out how exactly we could properly do Black culture and Black history justice. At least not yet. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with most of his point, but as far as like just tossing it away, I don't think we're there yet. I think it still serves a purpose, right? Like when you hear on the podcast a piece of Black history, when a white person listens to it, it's like, all right, well, I just learning that history would give them some sort of appreciation for it.
But do they look at it like that?
What is frustrating though is the rest of the year and not really having that appreciation for it.
Mm-hmm. And that's, yeah, like you said, yeah, that one, not only giving us shortest month, but giving us the 1 month. And then two, it's like, how many white people feel like, it's funny, right? Because it's only 1 month, but how many white people, I guess, feel marginalized by that fact that we're making a big deal of, you know what I'm saying? And then later in the year is Hispanic Heritage Month. And then at some point in the year, it's got to be Asian History Month, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, do they even have an appreciation for it? Or at some point, are they just eye rolling at it, you know what I mean? It's tricky. It's a tricky situation. I don't even know how I really feel about Black History Month. Like, I don't have a better suggestion. You know what I'm saying? I don't have something that I would say that we could do instead. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't get rid of it, but I don't really know if it's doing much at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know if it's serving its purpose. Like, we mentioned this on this podcast every February. McDonald's did it heavy. You know what I'm saying? If I saw that, it would do something for me. You know, at my old job, there was this poster that they would put up every February with notable Black history figures on it. But it's like, I mean, we putting up posters and we're showing commercials, you know what I mean? Like, is that really making any type of change? Maybe it is. I don't know the psychological effect, you know, that it has on me. I know looking at Obama as the president for the 8 years that he was, it did something for my pride. It did something for my confidence to see that. So possibly these posters and commercials might do something for somebody else's confidence that's Black as well. But to me personally, I don't know if it's serving if it's doing it for me. I'm not anti-Black History Month by any stretch of the imagination. I think there's something else we could be doing, and I really don't even have the suggestion to say what it is at the moment, because celebrate us throughout the year, right? Biggest, like I said, maybe with T-Pain got roasted for that. And I feel like it's, because everyone just jumps on a fucking bandwagon and it's like, all right, let's cancel somebody. But there's actual, a conversation to be had there. You know what I mean? About, well, all right, cool, let's take him instead of canceling him and trying to fucking roast him. Maybe have the conversation. What is it doing? What are the pros and cons? What are the benefits? Don't just cancel people.
Yeah. Well, to your, I guess that point you bring up of what is it that Black History Month is doing and the posters and stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, I learned a lot of different pieces of Black history I wouldn't have learned otherwise.
Interesting tidbits,
not
right?
Been for tidbits, exactly. If it had not been for the calendars and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And sometimes it may have made me pick up a book or ask a teacher about it or something like that. So it does something. The question is, can we do that better, right? Can this be in the actual pages of the textbook versus us just having to get it from a 12-month calendar, like one of them calendars you get for free from like the mechanic or something.
Mm-hmm. With Martin Luther King, Obama, and Jesus all in the same picture. Rocking
right, exactly.
Rocking out on the cover. Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately though, you get all like the super famous people who. You don't get the history of it. Like, they become deities. They're not even people anymore once they reach a certain level, right? Like, they just names and figures, but we still don't know the history unless you look deeper into it. But would you be better off just not having known them before, like not having known Medgar Evers or not having known what Rosa Parks did or whatever? I think a lot of Black History Month stuff entrench that stuff into the lexicon, at least the American lexicon, as far as like, this is history, like these people are part of history. You may not know a lot about them, but here goes the name and here goes a couple sentences on what they did. Now that sucks, but I don't think we figured out a better way to do like a widespread better education of Black culture and Black history and a Black appreciation.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe that is a solution, right? We just got to amplify it. It's on us, right? It's on me, it's on you, it's on the Black celebrities. We just got to amplify it because we are living proof that it did something. There was a benefit, right? That we here. We graduated from college. We got jobs. We are able to eloquently express ourselves on a podcast. You know what I mean? Based on the education that we had and that information. So maybe that needs to be amplified. Maybe we need 2 months. Maybe we need to, like you said, it needs to be part of the curriculum. It needs to be, you know what I mean? We just got to amplify it. And maybe, all right, boom, we get a month. So let's turn up for the month. You'll see, you know what I mean, how many more people we can educate. But
The Perfect Talk Podcast with my brother DJ Playboy and my guy Keith. Lock in